telling you guys, my notes are wild. Like I'm looking at one and I was reading it to Tom and I still can't figure out what the fuck I meant. Because all it says...
I don't know. I have no concept.
And this is what it says. It says, Milky Chance. I said milk and cookies were the best. Were their best song. And then I go, ... being funny. What? Welcome back to Just Weirdly Blended. I'm Jesse.
And I'm Tom.
And it's been months, it feels like.
Feels like it's been a very long time. Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like a long, long time. Probably because we did a late podcast and then we did
Yeah.
no podcast.
Right. No, summer tends to go really fast. You know, 4th of July. It's like June. Then all of a sudden it's 4th of July. Then all of a sudden it's mid-July. Here we are mid-July.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
We were in, me and the family took a trip to Utah to go see Bucket and his family. And so we were there for, just got home Wednesday, really.
Yeah.
So what was that, the 11th? Something like that?
Right.
But it was hot as fuck over there. I know it's hot here, but like, I think the humid makes it a little more hot feeling.
It's been over 100 degrees here for a week.
So yesterday I went to Seattle and it was only like maybe 85, 90
Well, see,
degrees.
it's coastal. That ocean, it keeps it cooler.
Yeah, I know.
So here in the desert, those of you that don't live in Washington or haven't been to Washington, you have the west side, which is like what you think of Washington.
Yes.
Mountains, hikers,
Yep.
liberals. On the red side of the state, it's fiery. It's hot. Except for winter. It gets pretty cold.
Yeah, we got a lot of farmland.
Yeah,
and,
farmland and just open, dead, nothing.
It's so crazy because I think like I was in Utah, and the way I think about Utah, I don't know why I've always pictured Utah like super cold. You know, skiing.
Really?
You know, because ski Utah. That's like their slogan or whatever. Like if you see,
yeah, I guess so, huh?
So I always think about the mountains.
Because they have like mountains, yeah, over by the Colorado side.
Yeah, so when we go to St. George,
Yeah,
it's like here.
right.
It's just desert. It's just it's just more dry.
Yep.
But beautiful in the sense that like the colors and just the scenery is just beautiful because you got the mountain ranges.
Yeah.
And they're like huge mountains. Like here we got the Blues and
The hills.
Badger Mountain.
Yeah.
Which is like Badger Hill.
We're called the foothills, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have the Cascade Range, which runs right between, which are true mountains.
Yeah.
They're, and they're very pretty, but you got to drive like an hour and a half to get
But
to those.
Utah, like it's like the
Just
mountains
there.
are all huge.
Yeah.
Everything. Like, oh, that's a mountain. You go, I'm gonna go hike Badger Mountain. That's what you expect.
Well, Utah's cool. Like I've driven through to get to Arizona, and there is that point. Like for a long time, it looks just like here.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you hit that point where you start to get red, and you get that red sand and those
crazy.
red rocks. It's pretty nuts.
So I went golfing like probably the most I've ever golfed.
Yeah, you were saying
Like
you guys
almost
golfed
every day, right?
That's cool.
But they're bunkers. Like here, you see the bunkers. It's like just like beach sand.
Yeah,
looking.
right.
Over there, it's like red.
Actually, here it's like playground sand. We have like the shittiest sand here, I think.
So over
yeah.
there, it's like a dark, like burgundy,
Red.
like red. The sands.
Yeah, I have read that golf courses typically use whatever sand's easily available in their area.
Well, I
So-
guess for some of the sound traps at one of the courses we went to, it's just they use the natural,
just the natural earth.
just the earth. It's not like a
They just
special
didn't plant
sand.
grass there, so
Yeah, so the sand traps like create like a
yeah,
sand
and then
trap.
you just don't water it, and then nothing's gonna grow there.
Yep,
It's too damn hot.
pretty much.
Yeah, but like you were saying, it's drier there than it is here. So down there, like 110 probably feels less hot than here, where with that humidity, it's like
Yeah. So like 105 here feels like 115.
yeah. We golfed 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I did adjust to it. At first, I felt like a fat guy. I had that like ring of sweat right here.
Well, you guys were
stomach.
out there like
Yeah, we were hitting balls before you guys got there, but not like ridiculously long. We maybe were there 15 minutes. But I step outside in the heat and I start to sweat. I just sweat easy. But
dude, that like I said, that first day I showed up there, fuck, I was sweating. I bought a hat. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy a hat here at this golf course. Put it on, like instantly, it was just like wet.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
I'll bet.
But like over there, it's weird because here it's humid, yeah, and it's hot. But over there, it's like dry, and it's hot. But it's like I have to drink, probably because it's super dry. I have to drink more water over there than I do here.
Sure.
Like here, I don't ever feel like oh, I'm a little thirsty. Over there, I'm like, I'm fucking
all
thirsty.
the time, and everybody is. It's like universal.
Yeah, yeah. We're just like, oh, I'm so thirsty. I'm dying. I need something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The desert, we're not really meant to be there. You know?
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine living there without air conditioning? How did people live there 50 years ago, 60 years ago with swamp coolers?
We went to Sadia's house. She lives in Yakima.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went to go pick the dogs up, I think the next day, Thursday, when we got back. And her house she doesn't have central heat.
Oh, God.
And it was like they have this small little like window AC unit. You know, it does its job for like a small area, but her, you know, their living room's decent size, and so it's like, I'm like, how do you guys sleep here? And they have to sleep out in the living room because in their bedroom it's like death. It's like deathly hot. So when we were there, we ended up buying them we found like a unit on Facebook Market or whatever. Yeah. So me and Alicia ran and grabbed one for them so they can.
So it's in their bedroom.
No, it's in the living room right now. But hopefully they'll get it so it like cools down because it's a lot more.
Oh, it's bigger.
It's bigger, more BTUs.
Gotcha. Yeah, my lord, I would die. At this age, I'm just old enough now. I'm like, comfort's important.
So at Bucket's house, he keeps the AC on.
Yeah.
But in this one room, it's like a built-in. He added the room, right?
Oh,
so it doesn't have like a vent.
It's not super insulated, maybe.
It's very insulated. Like he insulated the walls really nicely, and it's just there's no AC in that room.
So there's just nothing that keeps it cool.
Yeah. So there's a fan in there, and I left that bitch on.
Is that where you slept?
Yeah, we slept in that room. It wasn't. Luckily though, luckily it wasn't like muggy hot like it seems like it would be.
That's good.
It was still coolish, but with that fan, it like I just laid up. That fan just blowing on me, it just felt so good.
Sometimes even in air conditioning, I'll get like hot flashes, you know, where I'm just sitting there and I'm like, God,
that's like
feeling hot
at my own house here at the house upstairs anyway. So in my house, downstairs obviously it stays cooler.
Sure.
But upstairs, like, there'll be those moments where you're just like, what the fuck? Why am I sweating?
Yeah.
But, no, man. Utah was cool, though. It was pretty. Super, like, you know, I don't know. It's Utah. Utah's pretty.
Yeah.
Bucket took us to, like, it's crazy. So, about an hour and a half from where they live in St. George, we went to, like, this Bryce Canyon. Mm-hmm. And you get there, you're in the mountains.
Yeah.
And it's cold. Like, it got cold. Like, there was a point there where we stopped to go to the bathroom. We're driving through the mountains. It's 58, 60 degrees because it's already night at this time.
Sure.
You know,
9:30, and your elevation is going to be higher.
Yeah, so it's about, we'll say 60 degrees. No joke, within 15 to 20, we'll say 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes, it went from 60 degrees to 90 degrees.
Wow.
Just that.
That's the same spot or just driving down?
Just driving down. Just within that short stretch of drive, the temperature went up about 30 degrees.
Isn't that crazy? Just elevation can change it that much.
And then we get into St. George, and it's
150,000 degrees.
Yeah, dude. It's like 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night, and you look at, you know, your car's temperature, and it's like 102, and you're like, what the fuck? But it doesn't. It's weird because it didn't, like, I think it's because we immaculated to it or whatever. I didn't feel as hot as I thought I should.
Yeah. No. But I don't know. It's been like 103, 104 here. And we're used to having a couple days of triple degree weather, but it usually passes. And we're going on week 2 with not much of a break in sight.
Have you seen the show Fallout yet? Have you tried to?
I have not watched it yet. I've seen the ads for it, but
there's a character, the ghoul. That's how I picture what it feels like here. Because he's just red and looks like he was probably hot the whole time.
Ugh.
Yeah. He's missing his nose, so he's like a skeleton.
Well, we might be soon.
That's
I don't know. Well, and it drives me nuts. We had an irrigation guy out yesterday because, like, my irrigation pump lost the exit tube It detached.
Hey,
So
lost the exit tube.
it detached completely.
Oh shit!
So it was just ejaculating water from the top. And
I hate that.
so had an irrigation guy out. He like checked it out because I knew from the last time they were here that what happens is when a cycle won't open, then the water can't go anywhere, so it churns and it heats up, and it boils, and then it makes the plastic parts
Pop
out. So I was like, I know what happened, but I don't know the electrical piece to fix it. So I was like, I could go buy a bunch of pieces and try to figure it out, but I'll just let them do it. And so really quickly, he found some solenoids that were bad and like replaced them. So everything was running pretty good. So I went out this morning because I have a cycle. My front yard never runs very well.
Yeah.
And so like I was like, well, maybe now that those solenoids are replaced, maybe that was the problem with that. No difference. So I go out and I look at the pump just to make sure maybe, the pump's not kicking on when this particular cycle's running. And I go out back and there's water just sort of like seeping out that top.
Oh.
So now I'm looking, I'm like, with this heat, am I going to have to buy a new pump? Because I think it stripped the plastic threading a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm just like one thing after another. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know why life does that. It pisses me off.
Yeah, man. My Lincoln. Poor me, man.
Yeah.
My Lincoln's shutting down on the freeway.
Did it?
It's done it twice now.
Oh.
I'll be driving and all of a sudden, like you can kind of feel like you're trying to accelerate and it's like not accelerating. And then it will pop up this thing like, please stop immediately where it's safe or something like that.
Why?
I don't know. You pull over, turn it off, turn it back on, good to go.
I wonder if like
There's something
thermostat's going out
electrical or something. So I need to get that into the shop. But I'm like, I don't want to pay for all this stuff.
Well, that's
like,
what it is. It's like 1 minute, everything's great. And the next minute, there's 1,000 bills coming your way.
Right.
Like that. That's how it feels right now with us. We're down to one car now.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he's up and running. And
that's good.
having one car
Hard.
starting to get hard.
Yeah, for sure.
So like I just dropped off. I took the JJ and Elena to Seattle yesterday to go to watch their little object show BFDI.
Yeah.
And by the way, crazy turnout over there. There were so many people. I'm like in line to get them like a stuffy, like from one of the characters, some merch. And so I'm sitting in their line, and I was gonna do it afterwards, but I was like, okay, we got about like 10 to 15 minutes before the show actually starts, so let me just sit in line. I got right there, and I'm like, there's no way I'll miss the first couple minutes. I'm okay with that,
Yeah.
But there was this lady with me, and she was like, she was like a little chatterbox, but she's like, do your kids, did they force you to watch this? Like, oh yeah, I watched some of it. It's cool, it's,
Yeah.
she's like, I told her we went to the one in LA, whatever. And she was like, yeah, we came all the way from Maryland. I was like, God damn.
To Seattle. Wow.
Yeah. Which I don't ever
I mean,
pictures. Like, for me, I'm from Seattle, so I'm like, why would you come here?
Yeah. What is here for you? Yeah, no, it's
But like, we went to the Flight Museum. It was so awesome.
Yeah. That's kind of like my nephew made us watch the new Disney movie, Disney Channel movie, Red, I believe it's called.
Oh, I like Red.
So it's
with the little like panda guy.
No.
Which one's it?
No, this is not like a Disney animated.
It's not the Turning Red?
No, it's not like a great Disney movie.
Oh.
This is a Disney Channel original type movie. So they have that Descendants series, which is all like the evil villain kids.
Yeah.
And then this is like the 5th installment, maybe something like that. And boy, it was great. It was really a good movie. No, it was wonderful. Little Jack.
It was a good.
He loves it. He already knows all the lines. He's watched it about 3 times. He can quote it. He can sing all the songs. It was very like hard dance-ish, which I kind of hate. I don't know why, but there's something about like super choreographed dance moves that just, I'm like, this is so stupid.
No, that shit pisses me off about all musicals.
There's a scene where these guards are hunting her, like she's like going out and like pissing the queen off, right?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
goes out and she like destroys everything, and the queen's like super evil. And like instead of like chasing her, they just do like a dance sequence, and she's right behind him at one point dancing, and nobody notices. I'm like,
This
I know this is for kids. I realize it's for like 5-year-old kids, but it's infuriating how incompetent these guards are. It's like
No,
no
that's-
way they're this bad at their job.
No, that's yeah. There's I don't know. There's something about certain movies, shows, commercials that just really they grind my gears, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why they just really irritate me.
Yeah, you get to a certain age and that kind of stuff just starts annoying you. I think.
Dude, you like those the Ozempic commercial? Ozempic.
The worst ones
They
are
dance and stuff. I'm like, oh my
the one
God.
with maybe we've already talked about it. The one with the gal who dances and she's gonna be in a commercial and it's like her getting ready for
Yeah.
the commercial. It's for whatever the shots are.
Yeah, the Ozempic.
Is it Ozempic?
Yeah.
'Cause the song I don't think is the same as like Ozempic in this one, but she's like singing and she's dancing and they're showing her clothes and she's like, oh,
I got fucking-
like I hate it. We've talked before about the eye one where the gal opens the fucking eyeball and steps
Oh,
through
yeah.
it and steals someone's sunglasses and shit. I'm like, what a bitch. She's just walking around ruining everybody's day.
Just 'cause you got
stealing-
red eyes,
Yeah,
bitch.
you just yank somebody's sunglasses off and then open an eyeball into a new scene. It's so stupid.
God,
I
I-
fucking hate those commercials.
I hate
Pardon my
commercials.
language, but
There's-
it's more infuriating than guards dancing choreographed.
I don't
when
know.
They should be hunting somebody.
Yeah, there's just certain musicals and all that shit that just really
Yeah.
piss me off. I'm like,
Part
are
of it,
you-
I can't dance. I think part of my fury is like my inability to dance. Some people can dance really well.
Yeah, yeah.
It probably pisses me off. But the other part is how stupid it is.
It is so dumb.
I'm just like, you guys look dumb. All this like shit.
Yeah.
And they're all, I'm like, I don't know. I get it. It takes a lot of strength. I understand. It's an art form. It's just one I don't appreciate.
I'll never like musicals, and there's nothing anybody can say that convince me. I know there's these movies you got to watch them. I'm like,
There
I'll,
are some
I'll
that are
attempt to
okay.
watch them.
Yeah, I've had a few that I've liked. I'm not gonna lie, but like Blanc and I tried to watch.
Oh yeah,
What was it called? Not Hollywoodland, but
La La Land.
La La Land.
yeah. I remember you were saying that,
Man.
and I was shocked because I didn't realize. I thought that was just a normal movie.
I knew it was
And
a
then now you say
musical, but I
La
thought it was
La.
going to be about like old school Los Angeles. I'm like, man, I can maybe get into that. No, it was just modern, and people were just fucking dancing,
And
and they're a traffic jam, sliding over each other's cars.
I'd be so fucking pissed. Get
Yeah,
the
I'm just like,
fuck
I'm
off my
too
car.
like stuck in a reality. Like I'm just like, there's no way if somebody slid their fat
Yeah.
ass across my car, I would be really angry. I wouldn't be dancing like an idiot. And everyone's just out there. I looked at her. I'm like, I can't fucking do this. We got to turn this off. And she agreed. She's like, pretty dumb.
No, there's. I don't know. Some of those movies just piss me off.
Yeah.
But no, going back, like I had to end up renting a car though when I
Yeah.
took the kids. So having a second car would be nice, and that's what I was. Before we started a little late today, but I had to return
That car. What kind of car was it?
that. Just like a Nissan, not a Nissan Corolla, a Nissan.
It's a crossover.
Not an Altima, but like a Sentry.
Oh,
I think.
okay,
It was
yeah,
a
yeah,
smaller one.
Yeah.
It was nice. I mean, it is what it is. But I just want another car. Bucket bought a boat. He bought a truck when he was down there, and
Yeah. I'm jealous.
seeing that, I'm like, fuck, I need a new truck.
GMC diesel brand.
It is. It's nice. Not gonna lie, but I mean, it's cool
You got the
because
Duramax.
Yeah.
You got a Duramax 1000.
yeah, built to last Duramax. I don't know if that's it,
Fucking A, man.
but
My dad has a 2003, something like that.
I want to.
GMC running strong.
Well, me and Alicia, we're gonna like look at our finances, but I think we're gonna end up paying a few things off and then probably
Buying
pull
a
the
truck.
trigger.
Yeah.
Probably. Because I was talking to Bucky. He's like, I mean, because he made sense the way he said it. Like, you know, we sit here and we always buy like used or something.
Yeah.
You know, like not newish, which is fine for the most part.
But how much do you
there's so
pay?
yeah,
Right.
like so I bought this truck, motor blows out. So, you know, who's to say I fixed the motor that the transmission
Right,
isn't gonna go out
absolutely.
or something. So it's like that peace of mind is something really hard to not,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, honestly, the best thing to do is to buy a slightly used vehicle.
That's what I'll
where,
probably
the
do.
drive-off value's wiped, but it still has low mileage. It's in good condition. It's still under warranty.
That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
do.
because there is there's a mathematical point where the two balance out, and it's like, you got the high cost of a new vehicle, but then you have the maintenance cost of an old vehicle, and there's a certain age where a vehicle actually costs more to maintain.
And
than
that's
just to
and,
buy
that, and that's kind of what I feel with where I am at with that truck.
Yeah.
Like I want to fix it, but then it's like something else might go wrong.
Sure.
I start pulling the trailer, and all of a sudden the transmission blows out, or I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
know.
Well,
got
and
time.
I gotta say, I've known a lot of guys with Dodges, and I've never known Dodges. I mean, I'm sure there's a few, but I've known Dodges to have some trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, maybe they're not. I don't know. My opinion, just from what I've experienced.
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a Chevy or GMC. That's what I'd rather have.
Yeah.
but-
I'm
look.
particular to GMC. Fords, I know people that have them love them. People that have Dodges love Dodge. I mean, everybody's kind of got their own.
Yeah, Bucket's
Truck.
actually a Ford guy.
Is he?
Yeah,
What got him to go with the GMC?
that it's just what it was available.
Oh, he's in a rush.
I don't know. I mean, it's a good truck.
Oh,
so it's like-
absolutely. Yeah.
It's for his
Was it
work.
Chevy
and
or
stuff.
GMC? You said a GMC.
GMC.
GMC Denali
I don't know if it's the
or
Denali.
Sierra. Yeah.
I think it's just a Sierra.
Either
but
way, it's good. It's just
I
trim
know.
at
I know
that
that
point.
Denali's like top of the line.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
I just seen one actually for sale, like on Marketplace, because I'm looking for like a driver for my golf collection, and I saw this truck and they want like 80 grand for this used ass truck. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
How old? How used?
It's 2024, but
Oh, yeah.
but still
No, trucks hold their value like crazy.
80 grand.
The weirdest thing the other day, I saw
Suck my dick.
I saw a newer Cadillac Escalade, like the last body style, so not super old, like mid-teens, right? For under 20 grand. And like, what's wrong with that car? Because a lot of the SUVs are the same. They just hold their value.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that engine's blown or something. Like, to be that cheap.
The transmission's slipping. And you're like,
Yeah,
fuck.
right. A lot of times those super high mileage, like it's newer, but they drove the
Which is
shit out of it.
crazy. They're like, it's a 2023 with 300,000 miles. Like,
Right.
where were you going?
Well, a lot of times it's guys that work on the road, and their
Yeah.
company buys them a car, and so they just drive.
I think that's essentially what for Bucket this is. It's his truck, but he's like, he gets hooked up, which is cool.
good
but-
for him, man. I'd love to. I was saying the other day, as much as I love teaching, if I were a younger man and wanted to, really make money, I would have gone into electrical work.
Well, his son Cade, who listens to the show and stuff, he does HVAC work,
Nice.
and he's like, dude, HVAC in this,
Oh yeah.
it's like 150 degrees in the fucking attics. He has to climb
Poor
in.
for him. I know it sucks, but I'll bet he makes bank all the time.
He probably makes decent.
When he gets more advanced in it, and
But can you imagine that's like a sweat box.
that's what I'm saying. Electrical. You get to the point with electrical where you're kind of set,
Yeah.
and you make somebody else pull the wire,
Dude, I would do that.
Yeah.
I would have loved to be an electrician.
right?
I think it would have been fun.
Yeah. After working with my father-in-law for a while, I'm just like, I could have done this.
I feel like I could do that.
Like I don't know enough about electrical, just do it. But I've learned enough from him that I could see that I could have been an electrician at some point.
Yeah.
And I mean, man, you get into certain gigs and that kind of the crafts. That's like kind of where it's at, I think.
Yeah. I feel like I could do the electrical. I think the plumbing would be harder.
Plumbing, yeah. I mean, you get something
What is
wrong.
about the like? I replaced. I don't know if I talked about this last pot. Anyway, I had our sink was not draining right, and so I was like, you know what? Let me take it apart just to see what I can clear out. And that just turned into a whole another
nightmare.
couple days worth of work.
I think we might have talked about it.
I don't
yeah.
know. We talked about so much. We lose so much.
It's been too long.
It is.
Oh my god. Oh, hey, my aunt got a new car. Speaking about cars.
Yeah, Karen?
Yeah, my
Nice.
so she has
She had a Honda.
a Honda Accord, but it's like an '08. It's an older vehicle, so it's gotten to that point, like we talked about. It still has some value in it, but she was starting to do the maintenance payments, that kind of stuff
Yeah.
on it, and so she was ready for a new car. So my cousin and her husband they took off for the weekend over to the west side. They went to Portland and then ended up in like the Auburn kind of area.
Oh, damn.
The Seattle outskirts.
Yeah.
They're looking for an electric car, and they had certain specific cars. They were looking at the Audi Q series, and then I think it's a Q series. And then they were looking at the ID VW.
Oh.
And man, they went like place to place to place, didn't find the right thing ever, or like those VWs, I guess, go like you see them and they're being bought.
Oh.
Then the Audis ended up on a recall while they were over there, so they couldn't go with the Audi. So finally, they found I think it's like called an IS VW, super nice car. They got it for an insane price. The dealership, I don't think, knew what it was, I guess. I don't know how they wouldn't know.
It's an electric car?
It's an electric, and it's badass, man. They brought it home yesterday.
Karen.
She's so excited.
She got new sunglasses?
She needs them. I'm probably going to buy her a pair.
Yeah, she got to have some sick-ass shades.
Get her like a fucking...
A bonnet.
Yeah, she pull off. And
Like she got a, like a
I don't
convertible.
think it's got like a convertible top, so she'll have to throw it out the window, but...
You know, I hate convertibles.
They're not practical.
I don't know
Even
what.
like the opening sunroof.
I'm
Like I
this
used to
is
think it was so cool, but like the last time we bought a car, Blanc was like, it doesn't have a sunroof. Like, babe, did we ever really open the sunroof? Did we ever care about the sunroof?
I do like a sunroof.
Yeah.
Because of my Jeep, I had this like sunroof, so I had a vent. So there, I used that a few times. Like back when I would smoke in there,
Oh, I see.
I used it for that. But
For
I
those purposes.
also just liked. I used it here and there. But
Okay.
yeah, you're right though. It's not like I was cruising around with it open because
Yeah.
I don't want that shit. I want that
Well, and
AC.
it's annoying. I mean, half the time, even with your window rolled down, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, I mean, here, right. I mean, truly, yeah. You start getting that vibrating sound like you're in a helicopter.
Dude, the kids
hate
will roll
that.
the back
Yeah, I
windows
hate
down.
that.
We're like, roll the windows up.
Yeah. And we already have the air conditioning on. There's no reason for it.
My car, if you roll the windows down, if the AC's on, or if you roll them down while you're driving, it's like, economy tip. Keep your windows up. You're
Sure.
wasting more gas.
It makes sense.
Oh, shit, okay.
I mean, really.
I know. Alicia, she likes to have the fresh air sometimes, but I gotta have the AC.
Me too.
But I need the vents. I throw them so they're like strategically placed. One's
Yes.
hitting me in the face.
Yes.
One's going up my fucking pant leg, getting them balls nice and cool.
So you're a nicer driver than me. I'd be like, I'm driving. It's air conditioning. Although Blanca often does turn the air conditioning down, which drives me nuts. But when I start sweating, I'm like, nope, we need to back up.
The cool thing with Alicia's car is like, once I could turn it down to like 60 degrees, and she can have her side
Yeah.
be like 70
Right.
or something. I don't know.
I don't know if our current car
Girl,
does that.
there's a blanket. Wear it.
Yep.
I mean,
If you're the driver, if you're the driver, you should be the boss of the car. That's all I think.
no, yeah.
And
no.
my wife's the driver. She can be the boss of the car. But I can't handle it when I'm sweating. Like when I get hot enough to sweat, I can't handle it. It doesn't matter.
Dude,
And I'm not ridiculous. I'm not like, you're going to freeze because I need to be cool.
well, when my Jeep, the AC stopped working in that, I replaced the compressor on it, and it still didn't work. And I hated driving that thing in the summer because like when I'd have to drive the top and it's about an hour drive, I would never wear my like work.
Sure, because you'd be sweating your ass off. I have
I'm
seen
a hairy dude, so
people
man.
walking to or riding bikes to work in town, like in this weather. There's a gal that works at Yokes that walks, I think, from those apartments across from Park Middle School. So like,
Which one of a gal it is?
it's the gal with the short hair.
They're
Like,
a little like she's a little chubbier.
yeah,
Yeah. I know what
like
you're
a
talking
little
about.
bit older.
I'll see her sometimes walking up
Yeah.
our Olympia.
I don't know how she does it because I would be sweating my ass off. I'd get to work and they'd tell me to go home because I looked gross. And how do some people not sweat?
I don't know.
Because I can be outside for 5 minutes in relative heat and be sweating. If I move, I sweat.
Elena, she's not really good with the heat, but I don't think she gets super sweaty.
Maybe that's why.
I don't know, but she's just not good with the heat.
Maybe that's why she's not good with the heat.
Well, maybe her body needs it to say like, hey.
Yeah, my system works great. It's like, you're gonna be cool, bro, and it doesn't work, but it tries really hard.
Like, oh, like,
Yeah.
like what?
Yeah.
When me and
God.
Bucket, we went golfing. I forget which day it was. One of the days. And like I said, it's hot. You get used to it, but you're still sweating. Don't get me wrong here. But I was sweating. Oh my God. I didn't have a hat that day.
Yeah.
My eyes were burning.
I'll bet.
I was like, oh, my hairspray. My fucking eyelashes were probably like nice and stiff.
Oh man. Bing. Well, that's like,
Eyebrows sticking
I
straight
like
up.
to wear hats because I don't like to put sunscreen on my forehead for that reason.
Oh, yeah. I
That
use sunscreen
stings
for
so
sure.
freaking bad when
Oh, dude.
you get sunscreen in your eye, and like between the salt of your sweat and the sunscreen. Oh my Lord.
That's why I sucked at golf. Oh,
Yeah, right. I mean, it's not.
I would have been
sucking.
at least golfed a really low score.
Man, golf is freaking hard.
Golf's a piss. It's a sport.
You
that,
know, my average though at Golfland is like 37 for 9 holes of par 3. So like we said, that's a 27 par. 37, 10 over is my average. So I usually get at least a 5 and 4s
I mean,
on all of them. So I mean, there's a bogey in there.
I had a couple pars when we went this last
I
time.
rarely get a birdie. It's
yeah.
almost always a par or higher.
I
I got some work to do, but I mean, I'm like, I'm ballparkish.
I was
for par
watching
3.
a couple golf highlights yesterday, just random, because you guys were talking about you guys watched some golf.
Yeah.
And
There's
anyway,
a fun tournament going on.
I was on
this weekend.
YouTube and I was just, it was just different golf shots. Oh, the best shots.
Yeah.
Like this. But man, some of those people, it was like hole in ones.
Yeah.
Just go in, straight dunk
Right.
it. I'm like,
Right. I've seen that.
oh, or it'll get like within like inches. You're
Yeah.
like, oh man, I
Yeah.
wish.
It's nuts. Did you see that one where Tiger Woods years ago? I think it was like maybe 04, 06, somewhere in that time frame. He did a chip shot and it rolled up and it sat on the edge of the cup. And I swear to God, you could see like the Nike swoosh on it.
And then it falls
And
in.
then all of a sudden it just tips in.
That's a commercial.
That is nuts. That
But
was nuts. Tiger was so much fun when he was younger.
yeah, some of the shots I saw were actually Tiger shots.
Yeah, he did one out of, I think it was like a bunker around a tree, and he had to like hook it just right, and it was in that shot. But I was watching that video, that Ben Hogan, we had the Ben Hogan clothes, and my brother and I love the Ben Hogan collection from Walmart. I had no idea who he was, and just like, he's a golfer, obviously. Ben Hogan apparently was famous for playing the odds, not a shot. So like, pins here, you're not going to aim at the pin, you're going to aim to get the closest to the pin that's safe.
Oh, okay.
It's like there's water on this side of the pin, so you're going to aim this side of the pin because you might hit the pin, you might hit the other side of the fairway, but over here, you're going to hit water, right?
Also, you aim.
So his odds are play here, then you might hit the pin or you might be away from the pin, but at least you're not going to be in water, right?
And take a drop.
So that was kind of like his philosophy. And apparently a lot of times they really aren't that, I mean, they're great, don't get me wrong, but the best shots are mistake shots.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Oh, dude.
It's good to know.
I was fucking, when we went golfing, one of the places we took Eli and his son Colt. They're younger,
Not Eli's
16th.
son, but
Yeah. Bucket's son Colt. And there was this shot I took, and there was water there, and I hit the water. And the ball.
Did it skip?
Yeah.
Nice.
It skipped, and so it didn't go in the water. It just hit the water, and then it skipped up to this hill, and it's kind of like, it was in a shitty spot, but it wasn't in the water.
But at least it wasn't a lost ball. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was pretty stoked.
I've seen trick shots where guys do that on purpose.
That's-
like pro golfers, they do it like a tournament type deal. And they skip it like rocks across the water up onto the green. I'm like, fuck you.
Oh, dude, yeah. I don't get it.
Not cool.
Freaking, but no. Golf is
Hard, but amazing. Blanca actually likes golf, I can tell, because like she actually wants to go golfing. So that's really
Well, I'm glad you guys went,
relief.
because you guys
Yeah.
said you guys did not too good the day before or whatever.
Yeah, but watching golf that next day, and it was like an amateur tournament. It was a lot of NFL players.
Oh,
And so, like, I forget what it's called, but it's over on Lake Tahoe. And it was fun to watch because like, you know, I mean, they're like decent because they have the money to play all the time.
Yeah.
And they're in the off season. So like they're golf, but it was like watching us. Like they shoot and it goes over into the people. You know, like half the time they're hitting fans.
They're terrible, just like us.
Yeah. I saw a really funny video the other day of these guys trying to do a trick shot video. And two guys on the outside were trying to hit like a heart.
Oh,
Right? And they got it every time, but the guy in the middle was supposed to hit through and he couldn't get it right. But the last one, he hits the ball, it ricochets off the leg of the guy on the right and shoots straight. And so they use that like technology that tracks the ball.
Yeah.
So they get the heart and his goes bing doo right down the middle. He goes, got it! And the friend's like on the ground holding his calf.
shit, that hurt.
It was pretty funny, but oh man.
I don't know. Golf's so frustrating.
I can get it down. I can get my shot down. Everything's great. And then it's like, yeah. I think my consistency's getting better, but I would say like 30% at this point is where I'm at. And I'm not great at anything, but.
Well, I think that's what it is. Consistency.
Yeah.
It's like you golf enough, you practice enough, you'll figure your shot out. Something
Right.
like we were trying to tell Eli because he's never golfed, so we're just like, don't worry about how many times it's taken you to hit the ball, or don't worry about anything. Just figure out your shot. What's gonna,
Right.
you hit that ball. Okay, now figure that out.
Exactly.
Now make that a repetitive thing. And so, like with Alicia too, it was just like, just get your shot down. Who cares how many times it takes?
Well, that's it. Like when someone's starting out, unless they want help,
yeah.
the greatest way to especially a wife, to shut them down is to start giving unsolicited advice.
Like, hey.
Blanca, I just shut up and let her do her thing because she, now I can kind of help her a little bit. It's gotten to the point where like I can say, okay, this is where your club head is.
Yeah.
So adjust your body for that, or like, oh, okay, I noticed this. But if I get too technical, it just pisses her off. Like, all right.
Well, because then you start thinking too much.
Well, that's right. And when you care, like when I have for me, a great round, which is like not that great, but for me it is. Yeah. The next time I know I'm going to be shitty, because then you have that expectation that you're going to be better. Like you've got it.
Dude.
And anytime you get new clubs, anytime you get like any kind of equipment, anything that you think is going to like instantly improve anything.
That's what I thought when I got my new clubs.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to suck the first time because it's like you got to get through your brain thinking maybe things will be different now.
Whoa. When we went golfing, we took Alicia and Bucket's wife, Kylie. We all went golf. Like they were our cart girls, really.
Right.
Essentially, they were like our caddies, so they'd bring us our putters and stuff.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That's
but
fun.
freaking, what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Fuck.
You guys are out there golfing.
My brain. Oh, okay. Man, my brain sometimes. So my first I want to say 4 or 5 holes, dude. I was driving good. My drives were like money. Like I'd get on the green hella quick. Like I think my first 2 or 3 holes, I got like a bogey, which for me is good.
Well, yeah,
and then, you know what I mean?
For sure. For normal golfers,
it was like good. I was like, they were like, damn, and you start feeling a little good. But then, after someone does that, golf will humble you quickly.
It will.
It's like, wait a minute,
yeah.
you do feel good? No.
Hey, remember how you suck at this game? Oh, yeah.
No, I never forgot, actually. Thanks for reminding me.
Well, that was that one.
Fuck you, golf.
That day you and I were at Golfland, and man, I hit more pars that day than I've ever hit. I had 6 out of 9 were par.
Yeah.
That felt amazing. I mean, again, no birdies or anything, but
shit,
I was happy. I was hitting greens.
Yeah.
Next time, one of the worst games I've had in a long time. But I think about where I started. I mean, when I first started, I was shanking them off, far to the right with just regular irons.
Yeah.
It does piss me off now when I get a really bad shot where I just like blade it or something and don't go anywhere because I'm like...
I do that with my irons right now. I've been sucking. But, something I'm going to bring up is, and I told you guys this, I broke my sobriety. So
Yeah.
I did drink when I was down there. I didn't go like ham, but something that kind of made me think about it though was I was listening to that Theo Vaughn podcast.
Yeah.
like I said, like I've mentioned before, he gets pretty deep. But he mentioned like he was like they were talking about sobriety and stuff, and he was just like, nah, I wasn't never addicted to like the alcohol. It wasn't hard to quit because for me that's how it felt. Like it was never hard for me to quit drinking. Like once I had my mind made up, it was like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I need the
Yeah,
taste.
no physical
I need that
addiction
taste
or anything
of that
like
vodka
that.
or whatever it was, you know.
Yeah.
But it was more like for him, and it made sense to me because I think that's how for me it was like I was using that to just either hide from boredom or some feelings that I had,
Yeah.
or just something would get hard, so I would just use that as like a crutch to
Right.
kind of escape dealing with something. I used it as an escape instead of just drinking. You know, you can socially drink and be good. Like
Right.
you're good about it, and you know, Blanca, Alicia.
Yeah,
they're pretty-
Blanca hardly ever drinks. She hates the taste. I actually like the taste of beer and alcohol, but
Yeah, and I do too. And so like,
you know,
I was just you know, as I was driving that 13, it was like we drove to Utah, so it's like a fucking 14-hour drive. So I'm listening to that, and I was like, damn, that makes fucking a lot of sense because like that's pretty much what I was doing. And so like, I just realized for me, I was happy. I've been in a happy place mentally with myself than I have had in, I don't know, years, right? You know, I feel good about myself. So when I was like, okay, I can do this. Like,
do you think that reflecting on it, not using a substance for that time gave you the opportunity to start building the skill set of kind of living in the moment and dealing with those emotions?
Yeah, because you know that kind of forced me to, you know, if I'm feeling shitty or having a bad day, instead of like, let me just, you know, instead of doing this project or doing this, let me just drink or let me avoid this conflict coming up by drinking or whatever, what have you. So I think that kind of did, you know, like force me to look within myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know if I ever like sat and focused to look in myself, but like I just remember, like I said, about 9 months into quitting, like I felt happier with who I was, with myself. I wasn't like in this self-defecating, you know, this self-defecation.
Kind of. You weren't shitting on yourself. So that's good. Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
for
I
sure.
wasn't in that mindset, and I haven't been in that mindset in, you know, in you know, almost 2 years. And I won't say it's because of drinking. I think it's just drinking just didn't help with that at the time.
For sure. Yeah.
But I think, you know, now it's like, okay, I was good. So when I drank, it was like, okay, I feel good. But JJ was like, Mom, you know, Alicia was getting me a drink ready or whatever. I thought Dad quit drinking, you know?
Yeah.
Which makes you realize, like, damn, you know, I don't want to. So for me, I'm still going to not drink. It'll be just more of a
casual.
You know, when I feel like having a drink or if I'm like, you know, barbecue or
showing
something.
the kids the appropriate relationship.
Yeah. I'm not
have
going to
with
just.
alcohol. Yeah.
You know, because I did find myself. There was a couple times where I were drinking where I didn't do it, but I could find myself being like, oh, I could get back into this.
Absolutely.
Because I love the feeling of feeling buzzed.
And
I love that feeling.
I think you know, we've talked about it before. You and I are a lot alike. If you go too fast,
yeah,
then all of a sudden it's like you're ahead of yourself, and your brain can't catch up, and it's just gone, and it's a bad thing.
So I was trying to like, okay, Bucket's drinking, maybe I'll drink. And then I noticed he wouldn't drink for a bit, so I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not going to drink. And so then there was a moment
Kind
there.
of just paced it off of him.
Yeah, so then there was a moment where like he had another drink, but I was like, nah, I'm good still. You know, like we went to his neighbor's house on the 4th, and his neighbor had like shots and stuff. And I'm like, nah, I'm good right now. I don't.
Yeah.
And it was like some Irish whiskey. By the way, it was trash. It was supposed to be like this top whiskey. So at the end of the night, I was like, well, I want to taste to see what this tastes like. So I poured me like a half shot, and I put it in. I was like,
yeah,
I'm so glad I didn't drink anymore because it was disgusting.
I'm really happy. And I think my favorites of all time are Canadian Club,
yes,
an Old Standard, and Crown Royal. Those are my two.
Yep.
I've tried a lot of other ones that have high ratings, and they all have just a different flavor. those two brands are similar. I don't know. Maybe they're like related. Maybe they're from the same distillery, and I've never looked into it.
The Canadian Club is
But
just like a
I don't know.
the
It's like
run
a
over
very like
Crown.
it's the piss water of Crown
It's
Royal.
good.
I love Canadian Club.
Oh,
It
same
is
here.
still probably maybe my favorite. I don't know.
It's smooth. It's just so
yeah,
smooth.
it's not bad. I mean, and please keep putting in those plastic jugs and selling it for cheap because
Yeah, but like this one was not that good.
yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of really high ranked
Yeah.
that they just have a flavor. What do you call it? A palate or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just different than my palate appreciates. So.
Yeah.
And I used to think it was, when I was a young man and wanted to show off, I used to think it was really cool just to do straight. And I've learned the beauty of ice on the rocks. There's nothing better than letting some ice melt into it. My friend's dad taught me that years ago. He goes, yeah, put ice in it and just let it melt in a little bit. It opens the flavor more. It's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I noticed right away, like, yeah, it does. I mean, it's like, it
Oh,
doesn't
dude,
have
something
to
with
be.
whiskey on the rocks is good.
I love it.
It is good. Sounds good now. I'm getting back. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know.
But I'm with you. I think, moderate drinking, not doing it every day, doing it here and there, and just kind of.
Yeah, like I said, I could find myself like,
Yeah, summer's a lot easier. It gets hot, you start having a drink or two, and it's easy to get away from you. But yeah, I mean, I think it's.
the one thing I will say, I want to say it was the next day after I woke up with like a slight hangover, I guess. Like I wasn't, like I could eat, but I had that sour stomach feel. I had a headache.
Yep.
Like I needed water.
Just makes you feel like, why?
was like,
why is this?
Yeah. I was
right.
like, dude, I don't miss this feeling.
And when you're a young person, you feel that a lot. And every time I had a friend in college, she goes, I had to go buy her Gatorade.
Oh, Gatorade.
Because she was dying. And she goes, I'm never drinking again. I laughed. I'm like, yep, I've said that.
Shit. How many times have you said that and just drink
Lord.
again?
Yeah.
Like I've done I'm never drinking again, and then I'll take
The next day.
a few days off. Then I'm like, I'm back.
Yeah, man, I was never the type of person that could, like some people would start drinking the next morning to get it to go away.
Chase the dog or whatever.
Hair of the dog.
Yeah.
I never could do that. So gross.
No, see, I wasn't like that hungover. It was just like that, just a mild headache, nothing crazy. I woke up, I don't know, 4 a.m, I go to the restroom and I could feel it, so I took some Bayer or something.
Yeah. Man, I'm waking up with hangovers just from my damn pillow these days. I need to. We bought those pillows that like you stuff this stuff in so you can make it as thick as you want. I think I need to. I need to stuff more in it because they were great for a while, but I wake up with these headaches.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't drink a drop, and I wake up feeling like,
Like I have to have a nice stiff pillow.
I hate those
and
mornings.
a cold one.
Yeah, right. I hate those mornings when you wake up. Like, again, happens a lot more when you're younger. Right, your eyes pop open and you just wait to see if you're going to be hungover or not.
Oh yeah.
You just lay there and you're like, I don't feel bad yet, and all of a sudden it rushes over you.
Like,
it's like, oh.
I had that. So it's funny you say that because I woke up that morning and I had that slight moment that I used to have where I'd be like, fuck, I blacked out. What did I do?
Oh.
Like I had that thought in my head though when I woke up.
Because you were so used to that.
Yeah. I'm used to doing that. And so I remember sitting there as I woke up and I'm just laying in bed and I'm like, did I black out?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, no, you didn't black out. Like I started going through the steps of, oh no, you remember you came in the room, you did this, and okay, you're good.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, fuck, dude, like I'm not trying to get there, and then
Right.
I realized I didn't, but it was just I think that I was used to just blacking out.
Yeah, for sure.
I black out easy.
Yeah.
But like I said, I could have seen myself getting. If I wouldn't have paced myself, like, let me get another one of them drinks.
Well, especially when it's really hot. I mean, first of all, you're going to be dehydrated to some degree.
Yeah.
And alcohol doesn't hydrate you.
So we were golfing one day, the first day, like it took me a while, but I ended up having a drink.
Yeah.
Like Bucket had made a mixed drink thingy.
Uh-huh.
And so we were driving and drinking. at the golf course, and
Yeah,
I
to
didn't-
specify, you were driving a
golf
a
cart. I wasn't driving; I was passengering, and yeah, I don't think I got buzzed. Like not even a little.
bit.
I sweat. I so much sweat.
Yeah, I'll bet.
It was all just probably alcohol.
It just instantly went through you.
Yeah, I was just done.
Yeah.
Dried. You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, done. But I don't know. Yeah.
Man.
What have you been up to? Hey, I'm just like looking. I'm looking for a question.
Just looking at all the shit going wrong with my house, like my irrigation, my car.
Dude, that's how it feels.
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking care of everything. I'll probably end up looking into my irrigation today and seeing if I can repair that without having to replace the pump. All I need to do is get somehow make sure there's enough threading that maybe I can like undo it, use that thread tape,
Oh, okay.
and then maybe try to screw it in a little tighter. And
Is it plastic on metal?
it's plastic on plastic.
Oh,
I think I think it's plastic.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's metal. I know part of the pump is metal, but the reason I think the threading might be bad is it looked like some black threading was coming up. And maybe it's something else.
Well, sometimes that plastic,
But-
it tends to like
Yeah.
wither away.
Right.
I guess.
Well, it's a pretty old pump, but I'm looking at the prices. I don't want to pay $500. I mean,
Yeah.
a decent pump is not cheap.
I love my pump,
Yeah.
and it's probably from the 70s. I would hate to replace that.
God,
thing.
they used to build, but see, everything was like steel in that.
Yeah, that's how this thing is.
You'll probably never have to replace it. Now everything's freaking plastic.
Yeah.
So,
Gotta knock on wood. They fucking they messed up the electrical though for mine. I had to redo the electrical box and some stuff because they used like a different. I think they used a lower rated switch,
Than what it
and so it
needed.
melted.
oh yeah, that'll do it.
So I used like a two relay switch. I don't know. It was something that I was like, this looks like it'd probably work better.
You're gutsier
don't know.
than me. If I don't know, I'm like, I need to get somebody in here that knows what they're doing.
Well, because I was like, well, if this is already bad, that means like
Yeah.
like in my head, I'm like, okay, this is. I probably need something that's gonna be like a three-way
Carry it
or
more.
yeah,
Right.
And so that's pretty much what I did. So
Nice.
professional.
You are an electrician.
I'm an electrician. Easy.
So you found a question?
I think so.
We're professionals. We're
Yeah,
ready.
I have. I'm telling you guys, my notes are wild. Like I'm looking at one and I was reading it to Tom, and I still can't figure out what the fuck I meant because all it says.
I don't know. I have no concept.
And this is what it says. It says, Milky Chance. I said milk and cookies were the best. Were their best song. And then I go, ... being funny. What?
Milky Chance.
Read that. What does that say?
Milky Chance. I said milk and cookies were their best song. Being funny. Milk and cookies. Is that a song?
Probably. I don't know where I heard any of this. Sometimes I'll hear things while I'm driving or something will come in my head. I'm like, oh, yeah. And I swear I wasn't drunk. But you might, maybe I was stoned. I don't think I was stoned either. I never smoked when I was down there.
That's funny. Oh man, I'll bet that would be hard to.
Oh, I guess this could be a question of the week.
Yeah.
Do you think there's something inside you that's afraid to feel good? Like you know what I mean? Is there something like you're afraid to feel good because you feel guilty about it?
Sure.
You know what I mean? You think
I
that's
know
a
what you
normal?
mean. I think it is normal
Because I know.
for healthy people that care about other people. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. Like, yeah, I've had experiences in my life where I'm like, you feel like you're not deserving or something.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean,
Yeah. I think that's something. I think for me that I was dealing with before, the sober stage of my life or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
And I think that's something I still deal with is just having that feeling, being okay to feel good. Mm-hmm. Like, don't feel guilty about feeling good about yourself or about just anything in general about where you're at in life. Because I know sometimes for me, like I have a hard time realizing, like, my life's actually pretty good. I don't ever sit back and think about it.
Right.
I'm too busy not, trying to feel good about that stuff. what do I got to do? I got to this. I need this. I need that.
Right.
Instead of being like, God, I got a lot of shit, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, my house is, you know, yeah, it's not perfect, but I got a house.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Yeah, I think our culture in general is really bad about that, focusing on what we don't have versus what we do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for example, if you look at a house that was built in like 1909,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't have indoor bathrooms. The floor plans made no sense. It was a structure to house you, to keep you out of the elements.
That's crazy.
That was it.
Because nowadays.
Now it's all about function and feng shui and the calming and, you know, which is great. I mean, I love houses that, you know, I like feeling comfortable in my home, and we should feel comfortable in our home. But yeah, I mean, like we definitely value the stuff we don't have more than the stuff we do.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I was watching, I needed to get motivated to clean the house last week. So I put on Hoarders.
Oh,
You want to clean out your house, put on Hoarders.
I don't need to. I just need to come down to my back, my basement. Sometimes
Yeah,
feels
man.
that way.
I was like going through my garage and like, don't need this, throwing shit away.
So I'm good about, like, I can come across certain things and be like, I don't need it. I don't have like any kind of attachment to it. But then there's other random things. I'm like, well, like I find myself like, I might need that. But then I'm like, then I'll like sit there and think, I'm never going to use this.
Right.
Why do I need this other cup?
I know. I was going through my garage last night and I had all these boxes for things that, like, you know, at the time, I know I kept the box because it was like, maybe you need to return it or whatever. But then you forget it's on a shelf. And I just had like tons of boxes. Like, these need like, what? I'm wasting half my garage on these empty boxes that I thought things were in.
I've been doing, we did the same thing. We'll just keep it. We might take it back.
Yeah, right.
Like, we're not going to fucking take it back.
We're not going to. And I don't like the throwaway society, you know. I think we need to be less trash oriented, but at the same time, like, then we shouldn't buy so much shit in the first place.
Yeah. Like,
you know,
because we go to Costco when we buy shit. So I'll keep boxes from that because Costco has a great, they have a great return policy.
Yeah.
So like Alicia just bought some paddle boards. So I'm keeping those boxes.
Right.
That's eventually, you know, if something pops back. Hey man, this thing ain't working. I know we've had it for about 2.5 years, but they're good like that.
They are. Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, I returned tonight like one of those little robots that sweep your floor.
Yeah.
We had it for about a little over a year, and he got stuck falling off a cliff, and they replaced it. I'm like, okay, no question. They don't even ask. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They just keep bringing us your money, and we know you're gonna do it. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
They just know, hey, I know you guys are coming back.
Sure, right. I mean, like, yeah, it's a benefit.
Yeah.
Bring your stuff back.
Just come on. We got you.
Can you bring you? This is kind of gross, but funny if you're like me. Can you poop in a bag and say you want to return the hamburgers that you bought there?
Hey,
This didn't work out.
this didn't work out.
I want my money back.
Maybe if you put them in a patty and freeze them.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Gross.
God. Sorry, guys. That was
Just
gross.
return it. Just please don't put it back
Oh,
in.
and I bought some Gatorade the other day too. I want to return.
I know it was red, but it's not so red now.
It's now lemonade.
I know. I think this Gatorade stuff's going through me because I got to go to the bathroom again.
Oh, really?
These body armors,
Man,
I think they're Costco, but they're good.
we had to re-up our life insurance policies. Did like an hour-long questionnaire over the phone. It's like, good Lord. They ask you all these questions. Like, in the last year, have you done it? And you're like,
Like, what?
time and space. It's like, wait a minute.
In the last year, have you smoked crack or
Oh
anything?
yeah, they ask you all that stuff. I'm like, no. How often do you smoke marijuana? Never. How often do you drink? Weekend.
Never.
Never ever. No, I was honest. I smoke cigars every once in a while.
Oh, dude, we went to Vegas. There was this. We were inside one of the casinos. I can't remember which one. I want to say it was when we were in Caesar's Palace. But they had a cigar bar, I guess.
Oh yeah. A lot of casinos have them.
But it was like you can go in there. They had all these cool lighters. I was
Right.
telling Lisa, I was like, oh, we should get one of these for Tom. It was like a lighter that you could also use as a chomper.
A snipper.
Yeah,
Nice.
a snipper.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's pretty neat stuff. You know, and it is one of those things like it's so hard though. They ask you like how often, and you're like, well, it always kind of depends. Like there's times of the year where, you know, maybe there's a week where I'll smoke 3, but then there's months I won't smoke any.
So that's why you say,
You know, so it's
rare.
Like, yeah, I mean, like, well, they ask you like kind of averages, I guess, and then at the end they're like, "Are you lying? It's a crime to lie." It's like, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm like,
prove
whatever.
it.
I'm pretty healthy, but the thing I found ironic, they ask you how much you drink. They don't ask you if you drink a lot of pop.
See, that's worse.
I feel like they should be asking like how many.
What's your diet like?
Yeah, they didn't ask anything about food.
Because that's where you want to, you know,
Right.
if you're an unhealthy person, let's maybe not insure this person.
Right. They asked about like weight gain and loss. So like in the last year, I was like thinking, I'm like, before this year, I had lost and then kind of gained back some weight. But in this year, I don't think I have.
Yeah.
You know,
actually,
it's like you have to think about it. Like, and then I like kind of like said that, and she goes, "In the last year," I'm like, "No,
bitch."
I don't know." But
in
who
the last
doesn't
year, how about
gain
you
and lose
shut the
some
fuck?
weight? You don't stay the exact same.
I don't know who she is, but she sounds like a real.
It's like, man, this is tough.
She's like, no, that's
But-
not what I asked in the last year.
I was like, man, I don't want to do this.
God, those are
But
worst. I hate questions. I had to do
Yeah.
my techs, my last tech. I had to do his review the other day.
yeah,
I was like, God, I don't miss going to work.
I'll bet.
I was only there for like 30 minutes to help out, do that real quick. But at the same time, it's just like, fuck,
Yeah.
don't miss it.
You know, the thing I always get frustrated with summer, and I'm not complaining. It's nice to have all the time off. I love it. But it's so damn hot the entire time I'm off. Like if it were like fall, I could get so much crap done.
Oh, you'd
Because
be.
it'd be like perfect weather, you know? I don't
That
know.
would be cool.
Summer's nice, but I'm like half time I just want to be inside.
Yeah.
'Cause it's so hot, you know?
Yeah. Today's going to be one of those days, maybe.
All of them. All the days are like that. It's nuts.
We might go to the Reber.
Oh, really?
I think so. I don't know. Find
If
out.
Blanca ever gets a damn kayak or a paddle board, we might. But
If not, I might see if Felicia's like either okay for me to go golf. Or,
yeah,
I want to go one more time before I have to go back to work on
let me
Tuesday.
know.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll see.
I told her about Sun Willows.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, let's go check it out."
Sun Willows is
Well,
nice.
she
I
saw
like
Columbia
Sun
Point and was all excited for it.
Really? Columbia Point's a good one. My dad loves it there.
I was like, God, I think I've only
Big
been there
fairways
twice.
and no houses.
Perfect.
That's why he loves it.
That's what I like.
So
I don't want to
maybe,
get out.
maybe we could try Columbia Point. Although we got to
Bucket
see
hit
if
a
they have
house.
openings. Oh, really?
He did. It was either Bucket or his friend Jeff, but one of them they kind of like sliced off,
Yeah.
and then we all listened. Then you hear
Unk.
like it hit the roof. And you're like, ooh. Don't live on a fucking golf course.
I know. It's
Why
true.
you hit my house? Well, don't
Right.
live on a golf
I
course.
saw this video of this guy. He lays out in his yard like he got hit in the head whenever a
Yeah,
golf
yeah, yeah.
ball. Have you seen
Yeah.
that?
That's
pretty
brilliant.
funny.
That's brilliant.
Dick move, but
I'll just I'm like, oh shit, Bucket, this is this. It's over here. Let me move it. He's like, just foot wedge it. We foot wedge. Just give it a little foot wedge so you don't fuck up your clubs.
well, truly, if you're
I'm
just
like,
practicing,
Yeah, I'm not.
You
Yeah,
know.
we're playing to play. Obviously, we're not playing to like one up each other. We're not doing like money or anything like that.
Well, my clubs, I'm not super worried. I'm playing with Wilsons,
But
like basic
there was
Wilsons
some
right
spots
now,
where
but-
I'm like, well, I'll just put it on the grass instead. So I'd move it.
yeah,
there.
sure,
Because I'm not hitting off these rocks, or
right.
because there's one course where the fairways weren't very wide, so when you get to the sides, it was like dirt. So you're like,
Rocky dirt.
so you still had to pretty much hit out of that because it's like such wide dirt. It's like such a wide path that it's like a foot wedge. You're kicking the shit out of it.
Yeah,
30 yards. Oh, there we go. I'm in the grass.
hand wedge.
Yeah. Hand grenade. Isn't that what you said?
Oh my lord. Yeah,
No, it's cool though.
Golf's a hell of a game.
It is. It's fun.
It is fun.
I want to go golf.
You're itching.
Actually, I am actually. It's addictive.
yeah.
We got Eli's hooked. He wants to go golf.
It's
too.
man, it's just a fun sport. Anybody that plays it, It's hard not to love.
It's humbling for sure.
Oh yeah, and it's really a good Zen practice. Like we were talking the last time, I think we talked about. I asked the questions.
I asked the questions.
I asked the question: does golf teach you patience, or do you have to be patient to do well in golf? And I just think, like, yeah, as a younger man, I sucked because I could not get my brain to slow down. I was so fixated on, like, I want to be good that I was never good.
Yeah.
And now it's like I'm getting to an age and a maturity where I can just release my grip a little bit.
I try.
Just relax.
I've gotten better at I think I was at that young stage just a couple years ago.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like, I remember, especially when I felt like life was like not working out.
Yeah.
You know, like your life feels out of control and nothing was happening the way I thought it was supposed to, all that kind of stuff. I was going through that period of feeling really bad about myself.
Yeah.
And trying to golf during that time
Not probably
was
the best.
horrible. I mean, like I would go, it was like a horrible experience, even though I wanted to do it and I wanted to go all the
Because
time.
you're already thinking bad about yourself,
Yeah.
so golf's gonna really make you
But
think
you go
even worse.
right to like irate every time.
Yeah.
So
Well, because I can see that, because you'd be like, "Fuck, man, I'm just a piece of shit. I suck at golf. Like,
I'm embarrassing
just like my
myself.
life." You know, like, yeah.
You know, I mean, God, I was like such a loser back then.
Dude, I can only imagine the whole I would go down. Because even now, there's times where I like suck, and I'm like, "Fuck."
Just being out there alone on a driving range, like, probably like I was fucking insane.
What's wrong with this guy?
I was so calm. Like I could be at work and be calm and cool and collective. Go to the golf course, I'd lose my shit.
Sometimes you gotta lose your shit, though. Like,
Man.
I hold a lot in, but then there's a certain little random things that just...
Yeah.
Which I think I've gotten better at, like, actually
Yeah.
maintaining, not losing my shit like I used to. But
Yeah,
like,
I'm definitely leveling out. You
Yeah.
know, I think age does that to you, but there's moments though. Like you do have times where you just wake up feeling upset with yourself or about something, or something pops back up.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. I haven't done that in a while to wake up pissed off, but yeah. Probably because I'm on vacation, but
Yeah,
yeah, there's been those days where I'm just, I think we've even talked about it, where we just wake up just angry.
Just angry.
Like, what's wrong? I don't fucking know. Stop asking me stupid questions.
yeah. And
You're
it's
what's
really-
wrong.
It is really when you feel like something's out of control.
It's when your wife loses her ring.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if she
Could be
finds it.
true. Hopefully.
She probably has it like at work or somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, because girls, when they wash their hands, they take their rings off, which is weird to me. But
Well, they got diamonds and stuff. It's got more like our rings. You don't have to. They're flat,
I
right?
guess. I don't know.
I don't tend to take my ring off a lot. Every once in a while, I will, just to like.
Like at night, I'll sometimes randomly, if my hands feel like swollen, I'll do that.
Yeah.
But then it feels weird. Like right now, I have it off, and it feels weird.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Eh,
Anyway,
I guess you can tell my ring. It's usually-
we'll definitely try to get one of these out a little more often this week. I don't think I got any plans this coming weekend.
Yeah. I do want to go camping at some point. And
Yeah.
Getting ready to get the fun out of town, but.
Yeah, I agree.
But it would be good to definitely try to be more on schedule here.
Yeah, we've been so all over the place.
And I know how much you
I
guys
blame you
count
guys.
on this.
I blame you
weekly
guys. I blame
podcast.
me.
I blame all of you out there.
the fan.
You guys, if you were better fans, we would do this more regularly. But no, we love you guys, and so many friends listening. And
I was going to release
thank
the
you.
YouTube video for the last podcast, but my smart ass forgot to upload that to the hard drive.
Hey.
So when I took the computer with me to Utah and I went to go do my editing, I was like, "Where's the video? Oh, it's not here."
hey,
Oops.
you know what? I would have done the same thing. So
I was like, "Oh,
can't
well."
blame you.
I think I fixed something, and then just like, man, whatever. Anyway, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I got everything out I needed to. Another week of verbal diarrhea. Thank you
Yeah.
guys for listening.
Yeah, you guys have a good one.
And yeah, man, keep enjoying summer. July, man, it's a great month.
Yep, they're already putting out back to school stuff.
Oh yeah, I already bought some stuff.
Like, son of a bitch, dude.
Ready to
Give me
go.
a
Spent
minute.
$70 on
That
folders.
pisses me off, dude. Like, we went to Costco, sorry, and they were getting rid of all this stuff, and like, they were just hanging. Oh no, it was Walmart. All of a sudden hanging up backpacks. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Let me enjoy summer.
Yeah, 4th of July is over. There's nothing else to.
They're like, oh, here's winter coats for sale. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I know.
It's fucking 105 degrees. I don't want a coat. I want
They have to,
I want
like,
a Speedo.
Theme. They have to theme. I know, but soon you're not going to be able to buy a swimsuit even though you're in the season where you need one.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's
I
what's going to
know.
happen.
It's ridiculous. They'll start showing up at those secondhand stores or something.
Yeah, you buy you some used undies from there or something.
Yeah, right.
Goodwill undies. You ain't lived till you wore a pair of them.
You just wash them real good. Put some bleach in it.
Sometimes the streak stays, but most of the time it goes away.
The holes, it's pre-holed. So
Yeah, that's what the kids wear.
it's nice. Yeah.
They're like the holy jeans.
Yeah, I got kids' jeans in my underpants. It's wait.
All right.
Never mind.
We
Anyway.
gotta go.
We might cut that part out. But anyway, you guys have a fantastic summer.
All right. Later.
Bye.
Gator. Gator.